one take, or are you going to edit after, kind of thing? If I screw up, do you want me to sort of stop and start over, or do you want me to roll through it and try and keep it rolling?
We can do plenty of editing.
All right.
No pressure.
All right, I'll see.
So we can always do a retake.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Nathan Cranford here with RCR Wireless News. I'm here with Bill with Analog Devices at the Sensors Expo in Jose, California. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And why are you showcasing here today?
So I work with the Dust Networks business unit, which is part of Analog Devices. We make a wireless, low-power mesh network product for distributed sensor applications. So our users have sensors that they want to distribute over a wide array, a physical space, and collect data into one central location. And we provide the low-power mesh network that enables that data collection. The key advantages of our network are extraordinarily low power. All the devices in our mesh, including repeaters, can be battery powered for years. Our networks also scale very predictably. They don't collide with each other. And they also have channel hopping, which helps avoid interference and other RF problems that are challenges, particularly in industrial sensing applications. And that's why I have this visual aid to demonstrate that the devices are time synchronized with each other. Time synchronization enables us to schedule radio transactions between devices, which allows devices to sleep most of the time and only turn on when they need to, and to do channel hopping, which gets the data reliability. So our networks are targeted for applications that require very, very high data reliability and require all devices to be battery powered for years. So for harsh RF environments, places where you don't physically want to visit, like industrial sensing, it's a good choice.
And what exactly can this do for people?
So for example, in industrial sensing, a lot of our volume customers are owners of a petrochemical plant. You walk around a refinery and you might see 10,000 sensors. The only ones that are wired back to the control room are the ones that keep the place from exploding. All of the other ones, 95% of them, just have a human readable gauge on them, and there's a person that walks around and looks at it, writes something down, and maybe shows it to his boss. But it's data that's just stranded there. These devices are all becoming wireless now. So if you get that data once every minute, once every 5 minutes, now the owner of that facility can be a lot smarter about how to operate their facility to improve efficiency, reduce downtime, schedule maintenance, detect leaks. So from a safety, pollution, efficiency perspective, there's a ton of value that can be gotten from having essentially 24/7 availability to your data that used to be stranded where you just had to send a person to take this reading.
And how do you all differentiate yourselves from the competition?
The key is time synchronization. So our network is by far the lowest power for every device, including routers, and time synchronization enables very, very high reliability. So we don't target markets that don't care much about that. So like home automation, it's easy to plug in a device, so low power doesn't really matter that much. And think about your remote control. You push the button on your remote control and the channel doesn't change. You don't call a tech to fix your remote control. You just push the button again. So you don't really care about reliability. And so applications like that we don't target. And there's cheaper alternatives to our network that are good for those applications, or good enough. But for applications that need ultra high data reliability and really can't run power to anything, ours is a good choice.
And what sort of trends are you seeing in the industry right now?
We're seeing increased confidence in wireless and an increased desire to obtain connectivity to more sensors, to obtain big data so you can do smart things with the data, but collecting it is the hard part. And so we see a greater hunger for collecting data from a vast array of places, and I think people get the value of being able to be smarter about how your operations are going if you had more visibility to sensors. And so we think that's gathering steam. not as fast as we would maybe like. We've been in this business for over 10 years, and we're ramping, but the ramp is not as rapid as we maybe hoped. But it continues to increase, and we're very optimistic about it.
And last question, what can we expect from Analog Devices in the next 6 to 12 months?
So Analog Devices acquiring this Dust Networks business unit is a very recent development. It's only been a few months. Even though we've been in the wireless mesh network business for over a decade, we're brand new with ADI, and that gives us a huge opportunity to do a lot more vertical integration of the end-to-end solution. ADI has a lot of sensors. We have a wireless network for those sensors. ADI has cloud analytics to do smart things with that data. So a customer can come to ADI and really engage with any of those pieces in that vertical stack, and ADI can be sort of a one-stop shop for that entire end-to-end solution for customers that need help with all of those pieces. In the past, Dust Networks has just been the network part, and all the other pieces our customers been sort of on their own. But now that we're part of ADI, we'll be able to sort of support that entire development in a more complete and integrated way.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time, Bill. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks.
That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Enjoying your interview.
Thank you.